and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. I am excited to get into today's video because today we are doing our weekly love pick a card to see what is going on in love this week. So per usual, before we get started, my Etsy shop is always linked in the description below. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Don't forget to like the video, I appreciate it. What else? Pause the video if you need more time. Yes, you can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the pink stone, group 2 with the clear stone, group 3 with the green stone, and group 4 with the purple stone. So just take 3 deep mindful breaths, really center yourself, center your intuition, and then pick the pile or the piles you're being called to, and we're just gonna get started. All right, group 1 with the pink stone, let's get right into it. What is going on in love this week for you guys? So the first couple of cards we have under your stone, we have First Light. That is exciting, but we also have the Overthinking card that came out for you guys. So I feel like you guys can feel that things are getting better, but you're still anxious because of the cycle that you've gone through most recently. So there's still a bit of anxiousness. Beginning a new cycle is what it says at the bottom of First Light. At the bottom of Overthinking, it says playing negative scenarios in your head and creating issues which weren't there at first. So you may be like making assumptions about your love life right now, like feeling like, you know, this is gonna happen next. Oh, I bet that's gonna happen. I bet my ex is gonna call me and distract me again, or I bet I'm gonna meet someone new and they're just gonna play me, or I bet nothing's gonna happen in the next 3 months in love. And it's just like Spirit is like, why are you programming yourself right now with negativity? If anything, it's better to just distract yourself so that you don't even focus on love, so you don't, like, you know, assume the negative or the positive. If you can hear my coffee machine in the background, I'm sorry, that's what that is though. So Love Your Shadow says, accept and work with the flaws in yourself so that you can learn to accept others as they are. Not it making that much noise. Oh my God, anyways. And then we have nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. So Spirit is saying, learn to accept your shadow and your flaws. Anything that you feel like is a flaw is something that the, you know, next person will accept. So don't worry about that. You know, a lot of times we like persuade ourselves not to go for things, or we persuade ourselves to believing certain things that haven't proven to be true. You know, before we even get denied, we don't even go for the job because they're not gonna, you know, accept me, they're not gonna approve me, they're not gonna pick me. You know, we always like program ourselves, you know, for doubt and failure. And Spirit is saying, love your shadow, embrace your shadow, allow yourself to feel how you feel, but don't make assumptions based off of those feelings. Nothing has gone wrong. Divine timing is at play, and I really feel like you guys feel like your past is a reflection of your future, and I'm here to tell you that it is not. So let's address it. Put yourself first. Reconciliation and unrequited feelings came up for you guys. So put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life soon. And unrequited feelings, there's not enough love to keep this relationship going in a healthy way. I feel like your ex or your last situation really kind of messed you guys up. Like, there's a lot of, I feel you guys still thinking about your ex. Most of you don't necessarily want them, but you're still thinking about that pain, or still thinking about that situation, or believing the world that they created. What's going on for group 1 in love? That's good. We have stepping into power, crossing bridges, and wise leader. So you guys are making some genuine progress on your healing journey this week and crossing that bridge, going from not empowered to empowered, going from anxious and worried to surrender and love and feeling content. Crossing bridges, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So I feel like if you don't do it, Spirit's going to bring something into your life this week that'll help you on that path. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others. So others are looking up to you in a way, or they would be looking up to you. Some of you guys have really been thinking like, should I share my experience on social media, or should I share my experience period? Maybe writing a book, creating my own blog, or considering mentorship, considering getting into divination so that I can do readings for people or do something for people, like teach people through your experiences. And that's something that you'll be thinking about a lot this week, and I feel like you'll have an opportunity to start in some way. And then we have stepping into power. You're strong beyond measure. So Spirit's looking at you like you made it through that situation, you know. You're very strong, very powerful, and you may not be feeling that way. I don't know why half of these cards are... You may not be feeling that way. You may not be feeling very strong and powerful at this time, but divine timing is at play, and the more you see starts to change in your 3D reality, the more you'll start to trust that process. So to be honest, that'll come in time. Spirit, what's going on for group 1 this week? What's happening in love for them this week? A lot of healing. And a lot of definitely an energy of starting a new cycle, crossing a bridge. Also, there is an energy of, I feel like a heart-to-heart conversation may be happening, because we got the 5 of Wands that just came out, and the Temperance card just came out next. So that is clearing negative energy. That is making amends or coming to a conclusion, so that you can cross the bridge. This may be like you deciding to let someone go internally, or this may be a conversation that's had and both of you guys equally decide, like amicably, to split. We do have the Death card that did just come up, so there is an ending of some sort happening this week. I just heard someone's in town, and we have to stop to address it, because at this point it's hard for both of you to move on. It's like you guys have a cord. I feel an energy of you have a cord tied to someone. It could be a father figure, it could be someone that you dated in the past, someone, it could be like your old like schoolmates, people who made you think that you didn't deserve love, you weren't attractive, you weren't worthy. I see you cutting the cord with that this week, because it's like both of you and those people, or you and that person, have a cord, and it's like you both ran in different directions to get away from each other, but because that cord is still attached, you're both being yanked back at the same time, you know. And it's like neither of you can progress, and both of you, you know, feel low vibrational about this. So you're either cutting this cord energetically, or you're cutting the cord in the physical. And for most of you, I feel like it'll be in the physical, you know, with a conversation happening here where we're gonna address the part that each of us has played, apologize accordingly, or say what you have to say so that you can move on. Chariot in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. Like I said, they can't move forward either. Like both of you guys are at a standstill. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you've been finding it really hard to create. And also you kind of don't want to create based on your trauma, some of you guys. So Spirit is saying, if you don't want to become a public speaker, or if you don't want to become a spiritualist, someone who helps other people by sharing your experience in some way, literally this is the perfect time to start something new and decide who you're going to be moving forward, to create your new life. It doesn't have to be based on, you know, sharing your experience, but we're still going to have to like clear this energy so that you can move forward. Death, Temperance, and the 5 of Wands. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of unhappiness on both ends, and we just need to resolve this so that both parties can step away from this and move on with their lives, you know. And Spirit is also saying karma, yeah, that's crazy that the moving on card just came out, and I was just literally saying so we can both move on with our lives. Spirit is really saying like karma, fertility at the bottom of the deck, new life just around the corner for you guys, group 1. Spirit is really saying like just because you're closing this cycle doesn't mean that this person isn't gonna have to deal with, if they haven't already, like the karma of what they've done in this situation. People will be handled accordingly. Karma will be dealt out. But you know, at this point you've just been held back, and it's time to be free. And that's what I see for you guys this week. A lot of releasing, freeing, closing a cycle for good. And yeah, that is what I have. You can hit me up on Etsy in the description if you want a private tarot reading. You can find me there. But that was your pal this week, and I'll talk to you later. Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more. All right, group 2 with the clear diamond. Let's get right into it. What is going on for you guys this week in love? So the first couple of cards we have under your stone, we have embracing enthusiasm and actions speak louder than words. So I just get this energy immediately of you kind of watching someone squirm a little bit. And it's almost like they're calling your bluff, because I feel like you're like, okay, you really want me around, you really want to see me. I'm gonna wait until I see action to give you any more. Like, I see that's in the position you guys are in, group 2, and that's what you're doing. You're like, okay, it's not that I don't believe that, you know, you're not into me and you don't want to move forward, but I want to see it. This week is all about that action, and that's what I see you guys are all about. So shout to the heavens with happiness at the bottom of embracing enthusiasm. You're like, you know, looking for best case scenario. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. And also, if you've been getting all these messages from your guides, you know, from spirit, that something is coming, I see you guys testing that a little bit. There's nothing wrong with asking for a sign. But yeah, I do see you kind of being like, okay, if my guides are really with me, if they're really working this magic, present me with an opportunity. Now, whether or not you take the opportunity, you definitely want to do your part. Don't watch someone come into your life that seems perfect and deny it, because you're like, if they're really for me, then they will do everything. You know, if you feel called to do whatever, do it. But I do kind of see you like, okay, if divine timing is really at play, let me see. If you really like me, let me see. Like, a lot of, you know, actions speak louder than words energy. We have make the effort for yourself and deepening. That came out for you. So I feel like this is either deepening your trust, your belief in spirit, your belief that someone is really like gonna be in your life for a while, because you're seeing action. A relationship will finally deepen. It says within the next few months. You have been waiting for this. So this is something that could be initiated this week, but unfolds over the next few months. Make the effort. This love is worth taking risks. You're called to move forward. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a loving relationship to be successful. So yeah, you guys, there's definitely this energy, group 2, of you're like, okay, well, if that's the truth, then I want to see it. Like, you're really about seeing action right now. You really are. So let's see what else comes out. Ooh, we got deception. So also, on the other hand, for those of you who are dealing with someone who's a fake, you're gonna see straight through it. Someone is wearing a mask in this relationship is what that says. So this week is very important. You know, I see you kind of doing this weeding out process, but you're like embracing enthusiasm. You're still happy. You're still feeling good and confident. Like, there's this energy of you guys not feeling low about this. This is fun for you, honestly. I feel like this is like giving your shadow, like your inner messy king, your inner messy queen, giving it space to like be stimulated. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's an energy here of you kind of like sitting back and laughing at all of this low key. Okay, protected by angels in grace and gratitude. You're cherished by the angels is what it says at the bottom of protected by angels. So that's a funny energy. Some of you guys have been working with Archangel Michael, but I was hearing Raphael or something that rhymes with Raphael, and maybe Rahuel. I don't know all the angels, but I see some of you guys working, you know, with the angels, and they're like, go ahead. Like, we've been telling you, go ahead, test us. The angels are more gangster. Spirit doesn't really play those games. Well, spirit can be messy too, but the angels will be like, okay, like, let's play. The angels love to play. So they're like, go ahead, like, allow it to happen. And then through gratitude, joy expands. So I would say spending some time to show gratitude for the things that you have been given at this point keeps the flow of giving and receiving going, so that you can continue to keep the ball rolling on your manifestations. We have narrow pathway and staying focused. That also came out. I don't know if I showed those already, but we have these two. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. At the bottom of staying focused, it says hold the course. So there's almost a little bit of an energy of this is kind of a test for yourself in a way. Like the old version of you would never, ever, never, ever, never, ever leave it up to spirit, your angels, your guides to bring something into your life. You've always been so masculine energy oriented, where you hustle for the things that you want. So this is kind of like a test for you as well. Like, do you have the ability to receive? That may be why that giving and receiving energy came up, because you've been giving and working, and now it's time to shift back into your feminine energy so that you can be receptive. So the funny part is, this may be really like your test disguised as, you know, something else. That's kind of funny how, like, told you, the angels, they're tricky. Like, they'll make you think it's really about one thing and it's really about another. Wow, we got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups that came out together. So this is a true pair. There's definitely some sort of divinely guided romantic situation unfolding for you guys. Knight of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Swords. You guys are not going for it. Someone who doesn't work for your love will not get your love. That is the energy that you guys are putting out these days. Like, if you don't work for it, you're not gonna have me. Like, literally. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you guys are tired of, you know, things not working out or not getting the best. You're wanting someone who's willing to work for you. And if they're not willing to be vulnerable, if they're not willing to show that they like you, they want you, they love you, they want to be with you, then you're like, I'm not willing to work with you. And that, I feel like that goes for the angels as well. Like, if you're not showing me results, I'm not gonna keep acknowledging you or working with you. Like, you guys are in a very cutthroat energy these days. It's not cutthroat, but it's just like, I don't know, that's kind of scary to think, you know what I mean? Like, you're testing the angels, gangster. Like, that's gangster for real. Okay, so let's see what else comes out. We got the new moon in Aries, which is so funny because I was feeling something this week. I haven't looked at the charts at all, but I was feeling something maybe happening with Mars, like Mars conjunct Jupiter or Mars conjunct Mercury, Mars in a trine with either of those planets. I'm feeling a lot of Martian energy. Like, something may be going on specifically with Mars, because there is a very active energy about this week I'm feeling. But we have the waxing crescent moon, the full moon in Taurus, and then that new moon in Mars that came out. So you guys are really not for the games. Your dreams need a practical plan at the bottom of the full moon in Taurus. So I feel like this week is revealing to you what may be left for you to do. There's a lot of revelation coming through this week through what you learn in this process. Have faith in your dreams at the bottom of the waxing crescent moon. So I feel like you guys are doing that with embracing enthusiasm. You're assuming best case scenario. It's kind of like a win-win type of thing. And then we have the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. And it's funny because I don't feel like that's for you necessarily. It could be, depending on the way you look at it. But it is time for people outside of you to take action and to show you and to prove their love to you. And that's just where we're at with it. So that's what I have for you guys, group 2. You can hit me up on Etsy. It's in the description if you want a private tarot reading. But that was your reading this week. I'll talk to you later. Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more. All right, group 3 with the greenstone. Let's get right into it. What's going on in love for you guys this week? So the first cards under your stone, we have passion and pleasure, and then we have be honest. So you're having fun, but your feelings are kind of changing into a more serious nature. If you're completely single as a Pringle, not dealing with anyone right now, just doing your thing, living your life, Spirit is telling you to address that inner dialogue. For those of you who are dealing with someone right now, I do feel like it's fun and you're open to having like a good time with them, but also you're kind of starting to feel like, ooh, I think I could really get along with this person. Like, maybe I want a little bit more. Savor your life is what it says at the bottom of passion and pleasure. At the bottom of be honest, it says heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. So let's see what else comes up. But I definitely get an energy with you guys where it's like, it's time. It's time to check in with them and see like where we're going. What do we both want? What do you want? Even if it's just knowing what they want, you know? Still, just so you can like know what you're doing, like even if you guys decide, oh, we're not gonna, you know, commit to each other or have anything serious, to still check in and have the conversation, make sure you guys are still on the same page, just to know where things are going will help, because that'll help you know how to move, you know. Ooh, oh my God. Oh my God. There's a lot going on this week. I don't even know where to freaking start. Oh my God. Wow. I'm just gonna go. I don't even know how to put these together. So we have third party situation and new love. So, you know, the conversation that you're having, you may realize that this person doesn't want to be monogamous, and you may decide that you are monogamous. There's this tweet that went viral like a year ago, and people still like tweet this or say this to this day. It's like, normalize changing your opinion after you get more information. And that's not exactly the same thing here, because I feel like with you guys, it's more about normalizing wanting something more, even if you started not wanting something more. Even if you started like, yeah, no, all I want is something casual. Normalize being able to say, okay, well, now I'm in a space where I want something more. So if you can't do that, I'm not gonna feel guilty about it and still bust it down for you when I want something more, though. You know what I mean? So there's like an energy of you guys just like, you know, having the conversation so that you can move accordingly and not feeling guilty and staying in a situation with someone who your heart space is already opening for. You know, if they don't want that, ripping off the bandage before it goes further if you need to. Other people may be interfering with this relationship and dimming its full potential. So your person may be talking to other people and you may be uncomfortable with that now, and maybe it was okay in the beginning, but you know, don't feel bad for feeling like it's not okay anymore. It's just about communication. New love, a new chapter begins, whether it's with a new partner or in a current relationship. So there's a door of opportunity here for you guys, group 3. We can move forward with each other, or new love will come in regardless. Like, oh, I just get like, I'm seeing a rainforest is how it's coming through. And spirit, whenever I see like nature like that in abundance, spirit is saying like, the world is your oyster type of energy. Like you are like Adam and Eve in the garden with mangoes and bananas and just everything that you need. Like you are good. So don't feel like you got to stick in this situation because, you know, you said something else. So what? Who cares? Open yourself to love. It's safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. So spirit is saying be open, be vulnerable. Absolutely. Be open, be vulnerable. Have the conversation. Reconciliation, someone from your past is or will be returning to your life soon. So that's why I was saying there's so much going on, like reconciliation, new love, third party situation. Like that's a lot, that's a mess. Like that's a lot going on in 1 week. So it's just looking like a real crazy week for you guys. Let go of your need to control and be optimistic. Spirit is saying like be open to best case scenario. Don't assume that things will go negatively. Allow them to play out. Allow yourself to see how it's going to happen. Let go of your need to control says allow the situation to unfold naturally. Be optimistic says keep in mind that you create your reality. You attract, or it says you can't attract love with a negative mindset. So regardless, don't assume. Like rip off the band-aid. Have the conversation. Spirit is saying only that card is for you. Only this one. All right. Yeah, you guys. Ooh. Okay, so we have navigating by the stars and wondrous universe. So you're in a very abundant energy right now. Like in terms of love, you could really manifest someone special right now, or have someone walk into your life that is very special to you. Navigating by the stars says follow your bliss. Follow where your heart is, where your happiness is. If you're ready for a relationship, follow that. If you're ready for you know, having a hot girl hot boy summer, just doing your thing, follow that. Like there's a shift happening for some of you. Maybe you're tied up with someone, but you're like, I want to entertain someone else. Like, you know, follow that. Handle, you know, and close the situations accordingly. You don't want to create karma, negative karma, but allow yourself to follow your bliss. You listen, you only got one life, okay? Wondrous universe says walk in beauty. So things are very abundant for you right now, but things may not be abundant for someone else. I'm also tapping into the energy of a masculine that's sticking with a feminine who doesn't want to offer her a relationship, but also doesn't have any other options. So it's like they're trying to force you to stick in a relationship with them where they're only with you because they don't have any options, any other options at the time, not because they just are so in love, but at the same time they're not offering you a relationship. It's like, where they do that at? Like, these masculines, they really baffle me, they really do. But that's just like for one of you. I'm tapping, that's a very specific situation. And then we have grounding and distant thunder. Clear the air at the bottom of distant thunder. Grounding, go deep, explore your roots. This is the time to meditate, to decide what you want to do, because there's so much going on and there's a decision to be made. Like that reconciliation, we can't forget about that. Decide what you want. Do I want to entertain a relationship with my ex? If the answer is no, know that before they come through, because if they come through and it seems like they changed and they want to talk to you, but you've already made up your mind that you're not going to be with them, you'll be able to stick to that. But if they come through and they seem like all hot and the feelings rush back, you may make a decision that you know you have no business making. You don't want that cycle anymore. Decide that now before they come through with that offer. There's Page of Cups coming through, so there's an offer coming through for you guys this week, group 3. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It'll be shocking and it's gonna catch you off guard, and there's just so much going on. I'm like, how do I explain all this in a short little pile? 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is saying expect. If I had to say, I would say that you guys are going to turn down the reconciliation. We have Death in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. So more Death in reverse is like more of a situation being not restarted, but a situation kind of being reawakened with someone, King of Cups in reverse, who you had initially called it quits with. We have the 4 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands in reverse. Spirit is saying, do not take on any trauma, any karma, any negative situation. Do not take on anything that you don't want. Be very selfish this week. Selfish with your time, your energy, your decisions, all of that. Don't stick in a situation with someone who's offering you something you don't want, and also don't accept an offer just because it's coming through with someone you had a history with. Like, it's not worth it. So we have the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're going to break some hearts this week, group 3. You are. You're in King of Swords position. So you're in a masculine, very, very good communicator, but a masculine, very firm, this is what I want, this is what's for the greater good energy. Not in that loving, nurturing energy that maybe people are used to seeing you in. So there's a lot going on this week. That's what I have for you guys. You can hit me up on Etsy if you want a private tarot reading, but that is what I have today, and I'll talk to you later. Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more. All right, group 4 with the purple stone. Let's get right into it. What is going on in love for you guys this week? So under your stone, we have infinite abundance. Okay, you'll love to see it. And we have the soulmate card. Soulmate, yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. Infinite abundance says abundance is pouring into your life. So it looks like a little bit of excitement for you guys, group 4. Let's see what else comes through. What's going on for group 4? What's going on in love for group 4? Wow, we have They Are the One that just came out. That's a pretty big deal. Oh my God, these cards are being so quiet now. Deepening. Is there any other cards from this deck, Spirit? Okay. So we have They Are the One and Deepening that came out. So this is really pretty straightforward, and Spirit is like, stop, stop, stop shuffling, stop shuffling, stop shuffling. They are the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. This could be coming up though, because we're doing a reading for this week. So deepening, a relationship will finally deepen within the next few months. You have been waiting for this. So I feel like you guys have been open for this and waiting for this for a while. And it's finally happening. It's like everyone in your places, I'm hearing like a play is about to start. So we have patience and planning and disruption. I feel like you guys have been waiting for this for a long time. Sorry, I kind of rearranged my table and wrote some notes a second ago. The things are like out of order. But yeah, we have patience and planning and disruption. So there's an energy of you guys kind of waiting for this. Like you've been waiting for this. This is like your golden moment that you've been waiting for months, and it's finally coming to fruition, like the things that you've been wanting. Oh my goodness. We have choose wisely in light. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is happening now. But there's also this energy. We have shadow and obstacles and challenges. So there's definitely an energy, group 4, of not ruining something or self-sabotaging something really good. There's a soulmate coming through. They are the one. You're getting all the signs, all the signals that this is what you've been waiting for. But there's also this energy of uncertainty here with you guys where it's like, but is it really like, or maybe an energy of you testing them a bit and maybe doing too much. And it's like, even though this person is meant for you, you don't want to scare them away before they get to know you or make that connection, because the truth is not everyone has that love at first sight response, you know? So don't move out of fear this week. We have trapped in fear and base chakra. So it's very important for you guys to ground yourself, group 4, because I feel like you guys are used to, or you've dated someone who's spread a lot of lies, or not spread a lot of lies, but told you a lot of lies and made you feel like, oh, you were going to be the one for them and they were really going to settle down with you and offer you something substantial, and then they didn't. And that made you feel like, you know, I feel like it changed you, honestly. I feel like that's like a very, very, very short version of like everything that happened between you guys. And I'm definitely getting an energy here of this is not that, and acting like this is that would be like a trauma response, you know? So I do feel like there may be like a moment, I feel like this happens a lot though, like in new relationships where you like, everyone kind of has that panic moment where they start to worry and then they kind of break down a little bit. And then like we reel it back together, we pull it back in. That's actually kind of common. So I don't feel like, you know, I'm not getting a message here like, oh, you're gonna self-sabotage it or anything like that, but I get spirit telling you don't self-sabotage it. Consciously be aware of, you know, your responses and be mindful at this time. We have the Sun in the World in reverse. There's that. So there's almost this energy as well of, I don't even know if I want this anymore because it took so long to come through. We got the Knight of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, no self-sabotage, and also Page of Swords in reverse. Looking at the situation, you know, once you're in your relationship with your person or just looking back at your journey, you'll realize why this specifically had to happen now. Like if you just had an ex come into your life recently, then you wouldn't want to be in a new relationship and then have your ex come in and get their ego bruised because you're with someone else and try to ruin your relationship. Or if there was some shadow work you recently did and had a breakthrough with in the last couple of weeks, couple of months, you wouldn't have wanted, you know, to still be in that place before you had done that shadow work, meeting this person and trying to make it work with them. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, even though you can be frustrated with like when this came in or how long it took to come in, don't ruin this opportunity for you. Yeah, we got the Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like there's some healing that will continue to be done. Oh yeah, because we have the Magician in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. So you may have like convinced yourself this was supposed to come in sooner and then got frustrated with the process. And we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is funny because the Queen of Pentacles came out to represent your energy. So the underlying energy, which is what the bottom of the deck represents, has been that this was coming all along, but maybe you associated a different time frame to it. So now you feel slighted, or maybe you got frustrated with the process and you gave up on it, and you know it's hard for you to accept it now that it's here. And it maybe just in the beginning I was feeling more of an energy where it's just like a little bit of a fear of accepting it, like not wanting to accept it because you're like, is this the real deal or not? And Spirit is saying that it is. So you definitely had to surrender to this unfolding like this for you. And there's a little bit of, you know, anxiety or a little bit of an energy of you guys kind of like not being sure about this, but fall into it. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Hanged Man. You know, fall into it and let this unfold for you guys. It's really an exciting time, but it feels a bit bittersweet. Maybe because you're looking back at your last relationship that you spent so much time in, and you're like, yeah, it's exciting that I finally have someone and I'm starting something new, but I'm still kind of like bummed that that didn't work out, you know? A lot of people respond to things differently, so just be warm with yourself and soft with yourself. I'm all about living that soft girl life, that soft boy life nowadays, not having everything have to be so hard and forced and hustled, and I'm just not into it anymore, you know? I'm trying to live life for me, and I feel like you guys are as well. And in being softer, there's more emotions that come out because you're now allowing them to come out. You're receptive to them coming out. So don't feel bad for feeling the way you do. And also, like, don't feel bad for how you react to things. I don't know why, it reminds me of like when people build motherhood up to be something that's supposed to be so magical, like you just have this super connected feeling to your child. And most mothers have like the protective energy, but do they feel like a super deep connection with a soul that just got here? Not necessarily when they first birth their baby. It's not. It's like there's love, but it's not like so dramatic how people make it to be, you know? And I don't know why that came up as an example for you guys. Maybe there's something there for some of you, but it just reminds me of that because there's almost this expectation of how you think you should feel when new love came through, and this doesn't feel anything like how you expected. So you're almost like, well, because it doesn't feel how I expected, is this even real? And Spirit is like, absolutely, this is real, you know? So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. You can hit me up on Etsy if you want a private tarot reading, but that is what's going on in love for you guys this week, group 4. I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Now offering 7-day vigil candles burned on my personal altar for money, transformation, romantic love, psychic ability, clearing negative energy, passion, power, and more.